What's up, everybody? Chucky here from the Carolina Carp Reapers, and this is an exciting time of year, besides the COVID-19 crap, but in the fishing world, it's getting exciting. Weather's warming up, water's warming up, about time to get off that stinky chow, if you know what I mean. So on today's menu is rice. They should start pulling rice real soon. I'm gonna go ahead and make some of it now. They should start pulling grits right now. Oats is coming up, so and I'm looking real forward to it. So y'all hang tight, and I'm gonna bring you another one. And welcome back. And as most of y'all may know, we are going to make rice today because fish are starting to bite better. Weather's warming up, water's warming up, and got to start throwing rice. We are making forever rice and without ketchup. Some people use ketchup. Well, I am not using ketchup today. But the ingredients are, you do 28 ounces of white rice. I couldn't find any of the minute rice. So I'm having to go with the low grain instant. It's the only thing I can find at this time of pandemic that we're having in the situation with the COVID-19. But anyways, you can find some somewhere. 1 cup of salt, 1 box of Jello, your flavoring of your choice, and we are going to use about half of the 2-liter bottle of whatever soda. Some people use Mountain Dew, Sun Drop, any kind of soda will work. But you kind of want to make sure it matches, your flavoring, to a certain extent. Anyways, unless you want to do some kind of mixture, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to do the same with everything, sort of. And let's get started. Always do your dry first, as most of you may know that. And once again, I'm having to do this with one hand because I'm a slacker. I'm a tightwad. I don't like spending money. I can get the damn box open. All right. About broke a nail. Put that in there just like that. I always do the dry first. Then for some reason it mixes better. 1 cup of salt. Some people use sugar. I'm not doing sugar. In me personally, I believe that sugar attracts a lot of smaller fish. But so I try to use the least amount of sugar as possible. I know the Jello has the sugar in it. But I'm not going to put a whole cup of sugar, plain sugar in there. I'm just going to use salt. Mix that up real good. I like using the bigger buckets, the 5-gallon buckets on my rice. The 2-gallon buckets or 2.5-gallon buckets, I don't think it is big enough. This don't look like a whole lot in there, but once this stuff swells up, it'll fill half this bucket up. So make sure that's mixed real good, and then I do the Jello. I guess I should have opened everything up before I started turned the camera on. And we'll do the whole box of it. next thing I'm going to do is the soda. Now, this is a 2-liter soda, so we are going to use about half of it, and then I'm gonna drink the rest. And I'm dropping it all over the countertop. My old lady's gonna be really mad about that. This stuff stains real good. Not quite half. That's about right there. All right, mix that up. All right. And now, the only thing left to do is put your flavoring in. Now, rice takes a lot of flavoring to really soak up real good. This stuff is like a sponge, man. It just soaks stuff up real good. So I am using some TJ's Pig Sticker today and a little bit of Bubba's Whole Bait Mellow Fruity. And I can't really quite tell you what flavor this is because it's kind of a secret right now. I don't really want it to get out just yet. You know, I'm all about letting people know what flavors I'm using, but Fish been really tearing this stuff up here lately. But and maybe I'll come back after this weekend and tell y'all what I was throwing. There ain't but about a quarter bottle left in it. So I'm gonna dump the whole thing in there. Some people make their rice with ketchup, and you know, it does work. Works pretty good actually, but I don't like using ketchup for some reason. I don't know. It doesn't last as long. Now, this is forever rice. Now, this will last months and up to a year, even a year. You know, ketchup lasts a while too. It'll last a couple months, but it doesn't quite last as long as what I'm making this with. Oh yeah, on your salt, make sure that your salt is regular, just plain salt, or kosher salt. Don't use the iodized salt. Iodized will spoil. So make sure it's the plain salt. Sugar, you can use powdered sugar, any kind of sugar will work for this stuff. It'll last forever. And now for a little bit of mellow fruity mix. Okay, and there you have it, folks. That's really all there is to it. That's all the ingredients. 1 cup of salt, half a bottle of a 2-liter soda of your choice, 28 ounces of rice, and about a half a bottle of flavoring. Oh yeah, and make sure y'all mix this about every 15 to 30 minutes for about 2-3 hours if you can. Keep mixing it, and you know, after about an hour, 2 hours or so, turn your bucket upside down and let it sit. Now this will have to sit for about 12 hours before it's ready to throw. So I like to let it sit. I'm not gonna use it till this weekend, but it'll still be ready, you know, in 24 hours. Be about perfect to start throwing, and it'll last for months. But other than that, hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, the like page on Facebook, and we'll see you out there.